Don't get nervous now, you hear?
No, no.
Yo, what up, fellas?
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey,
Hey, is
how's it
everybody
going,
mic
guys?
on? That's going
You guys
good,
hear me
man.
good?
We go hear you,
Yeah, we
Tony.
hear you. We hear you. We
Okay,
hear
good.
you. We see you. We live and candid in the camera. You
Let's
know,
go.
we got another exciting episode for you guys tuned in today. We're going part two with our distinguished guest, Mr. Tony Clay,
Yes, sir.
North Star
Appreciate
Kennels. Yeah, hey, you guys probably know it's our resume, but he's
it.
King 40, one of the first studs who created that big man Uno. You know how that goes, man.
Yes,
And then
sir.
before we get into all the seriousness and everything, man, how was the holiday of yours?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I was telling you guys
Good.
off camera, man. It's a little different when you got 5 kids, man. So I'm
Oh,
glad that it comes. You know, you get to see all the babies, but I'm not mad that it's over either, man.
you say you're not mad that it's over?
Not at all. Not one bit.
Man, I didn't set up this.
You good? You good?
Yeah, I didn't set up my stream. I'm over here just all excited at the beginning of everything.
Like that. Hey, it helps the people come in and stuff.
Right, right, right. Gives them the little time and everything. But Tony, before we get into everything, man, you got any greetings or anything you got coming? You
Um,
want to let the people know
yeah,
about?
man. I got two really exciting breedings for me, man. Both of them are F1 breedings. One
Oh,
of
you doing
them,
African Bulldogs?
hmm so one
Oh,
is
there he is.
Mohan. There we go. Hey now.
What up, Gary?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. So one of
So
them
you,
is Mohan bred to a American Bulldog, and the other one is my boy Bricks, who's a Concrete Son, bred to another American Bulldog, man. So pretty excited about both of them.
so what American Bulldogs are you using?
So actually, one of them came from Strange's over Sheila Strange. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her.
Oh, we very familiar with this
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Okay, right on, man. I just be
Hey,
wanting to know what
hey, hey, hey. You know she
you.
up in the OHIO for the
Yeah,
Sheila,
yeah, yeah, right
yeah, she
on,
got
man.
a lot of Titan Tough blood and everything.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's some of what's behind that particular girl, and the other one came from Rick Roberts over at Ohio Valley Bulldogs.
So you stay at home for these?
Little bit, man. You know
Yeah,
what though? It truthfully, it just worked out that way, man. It really did, man. And one of them is kind of more of a overdone. You know, I expect big bone, big heads. Just girth. That's the Mohan. I can't even think of Elsa. Mohan to Elsa breeding, and then
is the Elsa out of NS? I mean, out of Strangers or out of Rick
uh,
Roberts?
that's one out of Rick Roberts.
Okay.
The female Elsa's from Rick Roberts. The female Gigi, I actually got her from Rick Roberts. What she was produced by Sheila Strange. Yeah, so I'm
Gotcha,
excited.
gotcha, gotcha.
Tony,
Yeah,
So
do
let
you
me
have
goal
them
is
on?
do
say
you
it
have
again.
pictures of them? You
Yeah,
got pictures
Tony,
of
you
them?
have them on your Facebook?
Somewhere on there, man. Both of them are on there somewhere.
Do you don't
Uh,
have
They're on there.
any photos or anything you can share of them right now?
I don't know if it would kick me out if I did that.
oh, hold on. I think I found one right here. Hold on. Is it right here, Tony?
There you go. That's Elsa.
Hey,
Yeah,
can we
Oh,
let me see? Let me check out. Oh, I got them on my screen, baby.
yeah. And what's so cool about that one is
I like
so
that.
we actually there's a partner on this one. The breeding is between myself, Rick Roberts, and Pete
With Pete
Fox
Fox.
over at Sleeper Cell. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. He had a
yeah.
really, really, really nice female a few years back. Bella.
Yep,
I don't
that's
know if
her.
you got to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bella was a
Pete. You
really
know what?
nice
Too,
dog.
I should probably tell the story, man. Pete, a good dude, man. I actually had
I
her
like
placed
Pete. I
out with
love Pete.
um a different person. I won't say the guy's name, but things went
Oh,
bad
I
for
know
him,
what you're
man.
talking about.
Yeah, you
He,
know exactly what I'm talking about, man.
he's real good friends with Pete.
Say it again.
He really good friends with Pete?
They they were. I don't know where
Okay,
they
I
are.
know. I know. Hey,
Okay. The guy was
I
out
know
of Alliance, Ohio.
exactly.
But I'm not one to kick somebody when they down, man. So I don't want to.
Right.
But long story short, things go bad, and Pete ends up with Elsa. I didn't even know he had the dog. You know what I mean? The guy didn't let me know nothing. I get a call from Pete one day, and he's like, "Hey, man, I got a couple dogs from so and so, and I think you had some ownership in the dogs, and I just wanted to see what was going on." And Elsa was one of the dogs, and so he's like, "Hey, man, look, whatever your guys' deal is, I want to honor the deal. Let's get it done." And that's what we did, man. So just want to shout Pete out, man. That was some real stand up, you know what I'm saying?
Solid.
Kind of
Nice. Hell yeah.
upright dude for sure.
Yeah,
Tony,
yeah.
does Elsa have some of that hard time blood in her?
You know what? I have to pull it up, man. I don't
Okay.
like quoting pedigrees. I'm not, super
'cause
sure about. I don't want to misquote.
Yeah.
But she does have that look to her. Is that
Yeah,
why you
she
said
does.
that?
Yeah.
She
Yeah, I
definitely
was gonna
has
ask
that.
if she has any any of that what is it, Rick Roberts Killer Machine in it too.
Rick Roberts, who?
Killer Machine.
I'd have to pull it up, man. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to overstate anything, but she's definitely built very, very nice. Overdone, you know what I mean? Just kind of, in my opinion, the more extreme American Bully look to her. And I think her and Mo will line up real nice, man, for sure.
Hey, that's Justine, the one that just signed in. That's Justine. Her and her husband who trained my dog, Combat Canine. Hey,
Okay.
that's joining in.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
I don't know why
so
you
you
guys
got
sound kind of distant. Let me
Yeah,
see if I can
Ernest,
turn it.
your mic kind of sounds kind of far away.
Okay, it wasn't just me.
No.
oh, I got hold on, I know why.
So when you expect these pups, Tony?
We're about a month in on that breeding, and then Gigi breeding. They're right behind each other, man. Like one was done about a month ago, one was done about 3 weeks ago. So, give or take another month and a half, something like that.
Oh,
So if they both take, you're gonna be busy.
Yeah. Well, so no, it worked out so sweet, man, because Pete has Elsa. So Pete's whelping the Elsa litter, and then I have Gigi down here. So yeah, there we go. That's the other Gigi. That's the other breeding, Gigi and Bricks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, yo, how's my sound now?
Say again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It sounds better.
Yeah, it does. You just sound distant. Like I can hear you, but it just, so I kind of gotta listen.
What
I
up,
heard
Pasu?
that,
What's going on?
bro.
They do boxing and stuff out here, and they just let one off. The pressure is like, I'm about to kill somebody. Hey, I'm trying to fix up my mic right now.
They do boxing? What is it?
No, something about fireworks or something.
No, they let off this bombs. Bombs.
Oh,
Bombs.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
He said
Tony,
that all
and
casually.
Yeah, hey, no, just laying off bombs.
Yeah, they cut their grass every once in a while. What you mean they let off bombs, bro?
Sorry,
Yeah, there's a little
couldn't
bomb
hear you.
area back there.
Couldn't hear there's bombs just going off. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Tony, and this breeding, they're confirmed, both of them?
Not yet. We
Okay.
probably could confirm Elsa at this point. I just haven't talked to Pete. But it was one of those breedings, man. You just try and do everything the right way, man. We progesterone to everybody, so God willing, man, they both take. Because really the goal is to kind of make make two different types of dog, make a bigger, girthy. Matter of fact, I think we had this conversation last time we spoke, where I kind of had I want to say Dennis, it was Dennis. He was like, do you think maybe if you go outside the yard and put together a plethora of different style dogs based on similar blood,
Yes.
to then run back in? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that actually is kind of the goal. So the Gigi Bricks breeding, I just muscle on top of muscle, really tight skin, really compact stuff, short backs, just muscle everywhere. They're both super muscular dogs. Whereas the Elsa Mohan, I expect some muscle on that as well, but they're a little more. They both have a little bit more skin. They're a little bit more bully. You know what I mean? So the goal is to then, hopefully make some stuff that I can cut together. Two F1s that I can cut with each other. Have some stuff I can run through. I just got a new boy named Alpha. Some of the Brazilian. What's the Brazilian? Sunshine Bulls. Real heavy Sunshine Bulls stuff. And he's a bigger dog, so I'm kind of trying to build stuff, that'll go well with him at this point too.
That's right. Hey, can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I bet. So with do you have with those offsprings, you got any plans of what you think about what you do with them or any of that?
With both of the two breedings I have coming, the AB breeding. Yeah, that's kind of what I was just saying. The goal is obviously some of that stuff I'll double up and run them back. There you go, Garden Bulls. And what up, bro? And run them back to each other. And then some of that stuff I'll cross it in line and run it back into some of my more established North Star stuff.
Yeah.
Because I kind of need that point. A lot of that stuff needs a little bit of an outcross to it.
I like what you're saying. I like you saying that.
It was a perfect scenario for me, really, because
yeah. So that brings you into like the question I want to ask about line breeding. So yeah. So that's your plan is to hit into the line breed, and so you're gonna be doubling up on your Mohan when you do this, yeah.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it, so the dog Bricks, his mom is Mohan's littermate sister Mulan. So it'll still be an outcross, but it'll be an outcross, but it'll still have one line where it's all similar blood. So it's tight enough. I feel like it's gonna give me some consistency, but loose enough whereas I feel like it's gonna bring in some of that other stuff I need, the height, a little more length, tighter skin, things of that nature.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So with you doing it now, have you done any breedings like this, any line breedings or anything before the moment, or this is like your first bring into it?
No, all my stuff is line bred, man. I don't have
all of it.
Everything on my yard is line bred somewhere.
Oh, nice.
I don't really have the only stuff that's not line bred is stuff that I brought into outcross. So a dog like Alpha, and even Alpha has some North Star stuff back there. Slick Rick's back there, Cruz is back there. It's some ways back, but I didn't have anything to do with his production. But everything on my yard is line bred. It's just how I choose to breed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So if that's how you should. Let me ask you, like, why do you think that's the most important way of line breeding, keep things tight? What's your importance in that? Why do you do that?
I think a lot of it is based on what you're trying to accomplish. For me, my goal was always to build a program. To build a bloodline. To build a downline, however you want to reference it. And for me, that's really the only way to do that, man. To breed similar dogs, similar blood, to create a certain consistent look. Now, will there be some variation in it? Yeah. Will you get some tall? Will you get some short? There'll be some variation. Yeah. I feel like line breeding is what's going to give you the consistency. Now, I also feel like at some point, when you get too far in, an outcross is necessary. It's what it is, man. You go too tight, then you start getting issues, based on the dogs that you're running. I haven't really had any health issues, but I'm losing size. I have the type, that I like and that I want, but I'd like to put a couple more inches on the dog. And my experience, the tighter you get, you start seeing things coming down a little bit. So that's why I brought a dog in like Alpha. That's why he was perfect. That's why I'm trying to bring in some of these AB females, just based on what I'm trying to produce. Let's see. What up, bro?
Robert.
What's going on?
What up?
Yeah. So I have the.
What up, Train Yard?
I have the type that I like. Train Yard. What up, bro? Matter of fact, Train Yard. That's my guy, man. That's who I co-produced.
Yeah, he had a Mohan daughter, right?
Yeah. He has a Mohan daughter, and he owned the mom to Bricks, Mulan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Bricks was one of the male pick I had off of that breeding. So he took 3, I took 3, And I kept
Oh,
all three.
he's even over there kicking himself too.
No, bro, you know what, man? Dude's so solid, man. Dude's so solid. I bet he ain't, man. It's just like, bro, I know
No, no,
that.
no, 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 no. From mine and his deal.
Say it again.
From mine and his deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he had Tookie's sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh man, I don't think he's gonna wait." And then he gave her back. And I showed him a picture. He was like, "Man, I knew I should have kept that dog."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah, you
yeah.
should.
That's how it
Yeah,
goes,
you
though,
should
man.
have
To be
kept
that
that."
one to get away.
I
Yeah.
don't worry. Like he's still in good with me, so he's still gonna get his pup back. He's still straight, so he can't really just be kicking himself. Now I'm raising the dog.
Yeah, but you know too though, man. He know that she in good hands. It ain't like he sold her to a pet home, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
He sold her. He
And
knows
you know,
somebody. Go ahead.
one thing is, one thing whenever I met Train Yard, um, he was talking to me about one of the lesser puppies in the breed. And he was like, I really like that dog, yada yada yada. And I'm like, man, I can't sell you that dog. And he wanted it for breeding. And I showed him Wolfina, and I'm like, bro, I still got this one left. I said, if you're gonna take a breeding puppy, that one ain't it. And he was like, really? And I'm like, yeah, man. I said, I'm not. If you're gonna come into breeding, I'm not like your average breeder, because most breeders would have just sold you the dog and went on about their business. But I said, bro, you like will have dogs and trait and things like that. That ain't the one. And I told him, you can go take this one. We can keep it at that price and just call it a day. And he's like, really? Dead ass, bro. Just take this dog. You gonna do breeding? Just get your breeding in the right way. I'm not gonna give you nothing like I would have never bred the dog. Even when I see her, like her litter is really nice, but that one I would have never bred. Yeah, there's two out that whole litter I would never breed.
You know what though? Sometimes, man, I'll have a keeper, and just based on who the person is and who the program is, I wouldn't sell that dog to the average person. But because of that particular person and my level of respect and my knowledge of what I know they're gonna do with the dog, sometimes I'll let them go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It took me a
Yeah.
while to get there, and it was in the Corsos that kind of gave me that thought process. We had a female named Sasha, and I sold her to my dude Scandy. Really, my dad set the deal up, but I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. And I was mad to the motherfucker when I left Scandy's house. I sold him that damn dog. I was hot, bro. But on the other side of it, man, they took that dog to a level that I don't know if I take it to that level. Her son won Westminster last year. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Oh
Man.
bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. And if I keep the dog, do I take that dog to that level? She produced
That's
many
true.
champions all over the country, man. Many of Scandy's dogs up there have her behind her, and she had like 4 generations of my stuff back there. So when that experience kind of opened my eyes to like, you know what, man, I'll sell you the dog, man. Just make sure you do right by the dog. Don't make me regret it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, so hold on one sec. I'm reading the comments and everything because they're not all coming up on the screen. What's his name? Robert. He says, you can always use one of mine, Tony. Keep oldies with big grind bread.
Yeah, I've been
Robert
eyeing
Buzz.
this stuff, man. He got a black male over there. I seen that Beast of the East. That's a bad dude, man.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
him too.
That's a bad dude, man. And really, his stuff would accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, but keeping it all oldie blood if that was something that I chose to do. So he absolutely right. He really is.
Yeah, I see a lot of Robert's dogs and a lot of his stuff, and like, hey, she ain't really feeling these people bombing outside.
Wait,
What's
okay,
your
hold on.
point?
Time out, man. Time out. We got
We need a backstory. Can we get a backstory
What do you mean
on the
bombing,
bombs?
bro? Yeah, bro.
Oh, so they're the military and stuff out here. So they're like, hold on, what do you mean? No, there ain't no war going on outside. No man is safe from. But no, they do like they test the bombs and stuff out here, like out in the distance and everything. It just like rattles the whole house and everything. So she's over here tripping, like, yo, she got her back, like she's literally like the cover of Lethal Weapon right now. So we back to back. She's like, yo, I got you. My back door right there. She's like, yo, don't even worry about it. I got you.
Oh,
How close
Turner
is
and
it?
Hooch.
How close is it?
Yeah.
Man,
What do they miss?
probably like 5 miles.
You hear me?
It
They
ain't
got
far.
they got good
That was
aim.
my next question, bro.
Oh,
They
it
must,
ain't, no, it ain't that
they must
close.
got good
But
aim.
but it's close enough where they like living when they're letting it off and everything. They're doing their thing. You can just still it rattle the whole.
Damn. Okay.
Oh yeah, she definitely is, man. Tony's met the dog. Dennis has met the dog. A lot of people that tune in has
Ooh,
met my dog. Yeah, she on her job. What'd you say?
so is.
Yeah, like Tony, you met her. Dennis has met her. Like
Yeah,
this bitch stay on
you
her
told
job.
you told me to go over there and knock on the window, and my goofy ass went over there and knocked on the window. Yeah, go ahead, Tony. Just go
I
knock
said,
on
yeah,
the
go
window.
ahead, go ahead. Before you even got there, she was like, I wish you would knock on this window. But
Never
yeah, man,
again. I bet.
man, I would never go to the door. I would never go anywhere near this dog. If it wasn't my dog, bro, I wouldn't go near it at all.
Yeah, a good
But
problem
Tony,
to have.
oh yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. So what influenced you to use Mohan at all? I know you're doing your line breeding and everything, but out of all your studs you got, why Mohan?
Mohan's probably my most typey step. So I wanted that overdone look. I wanted really a Mohan look with just a couple more inches on it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's the one thing that Mohan, he is what he is, right? He's not the dog that's gonna go out there and run 10 miles and you know what I mean. He's just not that. He's a shorter, more compact, big bone, just a really typey dog. And I wanted that. I wanted to keep the type on the dog, but I wanted to add a couple inches to it. And honestly, I considered putting bricks on her. I considered doing the breedings in reverse, basically going against
Mm.
the grain. So you got Elsa, who's like a really bully female. Initially, the thought process, okay, I put bricks on her that gives me that middle of the road. And then I put Mohan on Gigi, who's a little bit more tighter skin, straight up and down. In my opinion, a little more thinner bone. I felt like that would give me 2 litters middle of the road. But then it kind of occurred to me, well, one, Pete and Rick really wanted to use Mohan on Elsa. But two, if I double down on type and look, it gives me super in my thought process consistency on both litters, and then I can hand pick off of those and run those to each other. So I just felt like it would give me a little bit more consistency, production wise on this litter, and then also what those dogs would be producing, both off of really typey stuff specific to their look, and in thought process of once they start producing, I'll get that same look. Whereas if I would have took overdone bully to really tight skin, I felt like in look and type it's a little bit more scatterbred, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously the pedigrees are going to be scatterbred, but if I could double down on the look and the type, even with a scatterbred pedigree, I'm hoping that it still produces consistency.
Okay, so you mean like scattered from both dogs being scattered.
Well, so
So
you got to think. I mean, on one
you
side, it's a whole American
got
Bulldog
OD, then you
pedigree.
got AB.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
by default, it's a bunch of different dogs, unrelated. It's a bit of a scatterbred behind both breedings. But in type, when I'm looking at these dogs, Elsa and Mohan are very similar. She got a little bit more height on him, obviously, because she an AB, but she's overdone, got a little bit of looser skin, smash muzzle, short back, real muscular, nice shoulder set. Gigi and Bricks are very similar, the same. Both really, really muscular dogs. Both have very tight skin. You know what I mean. So I went type to type on this side and type to type on this side, hoping that it's going to give me that consistent type. Now the pedigrees obviously are, one's all AB, one's oldie. They're a bit scatterbred, but in type, everything lined up, and so I'm hoping that kind of takes over the pedigrees.
So let me like I just want to make sure. So whenever I know what you mean by the AB and the OD, they're separate. Like they're separate types of dog. But in the scatterbred, is the Elsa blood? Is it tightly bred? Is Mohan tightly bred?
Mohan's definitely tightly bred. Mohan's like 3 times cruise. He's all of my stuff. Like everything behind Mo is all of my dogs, all of my top dogs. You're gonna get the same thing on Bricks on his mom's side, because obviously it's the same pedigree as Mohan. But then you add in Concrete. Concrete was, not Buffalo, the Garden Bulls. He's got some North Star back there. He's got a lot of stuff back there. So then on the other side, you add in both the AB, and neither of which were very tightly line bred. You know what I mean? They were nice. There's nice pedigrees on both dogs, but they're not overly line bred pedigree. So, but it's been a while for me since I've done that kind of breeding. Sergio, stop it.
Yeah. Can you put Mohan back up for a second?
Yeah.
Normally with
I'm
go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Like, just looking at Mohan, right? Like, you're looking at Mohan, like he looks bulldog as type as get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, thick body, nice head type, got a nice muzzle. I mean, that's a nice little build, and if you can get a bigger version of that, bro, and with a little bit more, like me, if I'm looking at the cheeky, like he got nice cheeks, but throw a little bit more apples in the jaws. Man, I'm thinking, man, you on your way, my boy. So in this, somewhere. So check it. So when you're doing this, once you get to your puppy, what's gonna be the key? Like, what's gonna be the key? Like, what you gonna keep?
Somebody gonna stand out to me. I'm looking for the superstar.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the superstar, but also, so when you're doing two at one time, it gets a little tricky because I'm really trying. If I could see two things that I feel like, obviously they're young, and see, this is where it gets tricky. That's why I said I'm so excited about this one, because had it been my stuff, that type of more consistent.
Yeah.
There you go. Had it been my stuff,
I agree.
know what's coming. Whereas with it being so much outside blood, I don't really know. So I'm like, kid on Christmas Day, excited to see what falls out of him. But I can't tell you, I'm looking for a bigger Mohan on that breeder. I'm looking for an overdone dog that's a little bit taller. Go ahead.
Me personally, I really like. I'm excited for you. I love this pairing on both sides.
Yeah.
And especially, just to go aim and go run after what we speak about all day. It's line breeding and breeding for a consistent type of look, man. Don't lie. Hey, Dennis, can we get a round of applause on that?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's you have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Then too, I should also say, I think it's pretty dope that everybody involved on both breedings are all Ohio breeders.
That's what I love too. That's why I said you kept it at home. You stay at home with this.
No disrespect to all the other, but it was cool to be.
Hey, man. Hey, your geography teacher gonna call you and be like, "Hey, y'all put us on the map." Yeah. That's dope. Like, that's what. Once you say you were doing the thing with Sheila Strange, Bulldogs, and Rick Roberts, and then there's you, and then there's Pete. It's all Ohio Bulldog in that mug. Y'all literally putting your own together, your own little Ohio bully going on right there. It
happened like that, bro. It really just happened like that, but I think it's super cool that it did, man. No doubt.
Yeah, I love it. I love that it's in the same state. And you guys aren't all too far from each other because you're in Cuyahoga. Where's Rick at?
Rick's in Southern Ohio. I actually, ironically, so Rick's down in Southern Ohio. I'm right here in Akron, which is like Northeast Ohio, and then Pete's
up in Fremont,
up towards Sandusky. Yeah.
He's
Southwest Ohio.
Yeah, because he's over in the Fremont, and she's over in Warsaw.
Okay, yeah. So everybody's kind of spread out, but everybody's.
I've been to everyone's one of y'all crib, bro.
That's pretty cool, man. You're doing something right.
Yeah. I've been all over, and it's cool because, I've got to put my hands on your dog. I haven't been to Rick's house yet. I haven't been to his, but I just know where he lives. But I've seen things from Rick Roberts from back in the day. And Dennis, can you look up his name is Killer Machine. One of Rick Roberts, that's what put my eye. Yeah, that's what put me put
Was
me
it
to Rick
Jackson?
Roberts. I don't
Rick
remember
had a
whose
boy
son he
back in
was.
the day named I think it was Jack Daniels or something, but they called him Jack. He was all tan with a white head. He was one of the first like extreme bully American Bulldogs that I ever seen. OVB's Jack, that was his name. I don't know if you can find him, but he was a nice dude, man. This is back when like Crash Cooter was big. I think Nixon was still around. This is back in those, early 2000s, late 90s. Dog's name was Jack. He was sweet.
Like I don't know, like trying to find I know I made a post about Rick Roberts' dog Killer Machine, so I'm trying to find out while we're having this conversation at the same time. Like he was
a killer machine.
Yeah.
Was he a Brindle, White and Brindle?
Yeah, he was a Fawn Brindle boy.
I think I know who you're talking about. I want to say he was
a
Jack.
Like it's crazy you can't find any photos of this dog. Like he's so hard to find.
Yeah, I'm going through his pictures right now.
What's Rick Roberts' kennel name?
Ohio Valley Bulldogs.
Ohio Valley.
OVB Killer Machine.
Yeah.
He got some Frenchies over there too.
Yeah. That's actually how I got Gigi, man. We did a deal on
Hey Dennis, I got him for you.
Did a dog man deal. I traded him a fluffy Frenchie for Gigi, man.
Oh, there you go. He has a nice one right now.
Really?
Couple fluffies.
Yeah, he got a blue.
Dennis, I'm about to send it to you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like boy, this dog was, man. I'm gonna tell you, like that's where my eyes opened to OVB lines, bro. Like, this dog was something else. Like so, with what Mohan is, I'm hoping this is in Elsa's blood to slide this your way. I mean, bro, if this happens, I might have to go ahead and we're gonna have to talk, my boy. Yeah, because I mean, I think this dog was probably one of the most, in my opinion, he was one of those top dogs. They're like, yo, he kind of reminds me of like the Titan Tough Bison.
Okay.
And I believe that's in your blood too. If you got some of that stranger's blood, if it's bred the way I think it's bred, I think you're gonna have that Titan Tough Bison. That's Killer Machine right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, seen him. That's tight. He's tight.
Man, look at the neck.
Yeah, look at that dog. You feel me? Overall, that dog is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's grow.
Yeah. So then look at your pad, like get with Sheila, get with Rick, like yo,
Hold on, man. Hold on, I got my box right over here. Hold on, let me give you 2 seconds. Look, after I seen him, now I want to know, man. Hold on.
Right.
He's gonna go dig through the archives right now. You're gonna hear.
Hell yeah, like I don't blame him. I would too.
All the paperwork.
What's up, Gam?
What's going on?
So, what kind of dogs are you guys talking about breeding? Bullies or oldies? We're talking about American Bulldogs and oldies, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Honest question, just trying to keep it. Oh yeah, man, it's cool. Yeah, we're talking about American Bulldogs and oldies. It's mainly what we all specialize in. Well, we all do the AB. So, but Tony Clay has a crazy breeding that he has off his boy Mohan, going to a couple of AB female bitches. Man, he went black mode. He's going to get. Hey, I think he's getting stuff from the Epstein file.
Oh man.
Hey. Oh.
Where's he going?
Yeah. Hold on, boy. I think he gets stuff. Nah, he getting stuff from the Epstein files. Get him out of here, bro.
He's like,
hey, I don't know if Joe Rita produced a dog.
I produce him. There you go. Is that the one?
Wait, you produce? Wait. Rick, Rita, you produce Killer?
Joe Rita. What's going on? This dog?
Hey, we need to bring him in. This one?
Hold on, he's saying like that.
Oh, Jim Jackson. Oh, gotcha. But it's Jim Jackson. Man, I can just look at the pedigree. I gotta ask that. As they always say, don't ask, go find out. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, there he go. Tony went mute. That was crazy.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, there he
There he
goes.
go. There he goes again.
He's in the upside down right now. Stranger
No, he's
Things.
not a. He's not a Jim Jackson son.
Oh, okay.
He's a Thor Grindenwald. Sounds important to me. Hey man, he got the aliens and everything in here.
I'm
No,
telling you,
I don't know if he has it on his phone and his laptop, so that's why there's a lot of
Stranger
static. So
Things.
Oh
we're
yeah,
muting
he does
him.
have both.
Yeah.
Right. Like, hey, we should call Sheila in as well. So she OBB
OVB
Jack.
Jack. Jack of all trades.
I don't. I'm see. I don't know if I know who OBB Jack is.
Saying the sire was Jack.
The
Jokes.
sire was Jack.
Oh, the Jack. The sire was Jack to who? Jim. Because the sire killer machine is a dog named Thor.
Here's another picture of that dog.
Yeah, that's him.
You guys cool.
I mean, those are the classic colors. You don't get a lot of that fawn like that no more. That right there. I think is a very rare color. I would say that's rare in the brindles.
I got one in my
Tony, turn off
backyard.
your
You want
laptop.
it? I got one in my backyard. You want it?
Man, don't play with me. Oh, okay.
Captain
What you
Jack
reading?
Sparrow.
Dennis, I love how like we can see everything you doing. Like I got your messenger up here. I see who you conversating
Whoa,
with.
that's crazy.
Yeah. He said we turn that down. He said get that out of here. Hey, since we talking about breeding,
Mm-hmm.
what y'all got planned? What y'all got up?
Nothing. I gave up. I'm not breeding no more.
Man, get off here. Go
No,
sit down.
there's some people out there
No.
with the best breedings in the world right now. Got me
Who?
scared.
Who?
No, I'm just messing around. Nobody.
Yeah, I know.
No, I had a couple of breedings planned and they didn't take, so go back to the drawing board. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a line breeding plan coming up with Tookie.
Tookie
Where
Tookie.
we're gonna double up on that Typhoon blood.
There you go.
I'm really I'm really amped about that. Like
I
I wanted to save it for another episode, but since we're in intermission right now, we might as well go on chit chat about it. And I think with the way Dennis, this works out with the way Ernest sounds like. Oh yeah.
Drasha.
Nah. We talk about Feloti.
Oh.
Yeah, so remember Feloti, she competed in the show ring. She also competed into the silver work and did drivey dog. And then she also did weight pull.
Mm.
She got most weight pulled overall by percentage of weight. She outbeat the males and outbeat the females. And with doing protection work and been in the show ring, she's the only dog at that show that competed in every single event, which
oh,
awarded her the John D. Johnson Top Dog of 2023.
Nice.
man, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I was proud of that. I think I called Dennis. Was like, yo, I was so hyped because the way it happened, because we were all doing our little show and event and everything, and they were gonna do the awards. Um, yeah. Like, Odin was a good dog. They were doing all the awards and everything, but I was in the middle of like I had to get on the road in the morning to go pick up some dogs and stuff. and I couldn't wait for anything. And I woke up that morning, man, and I had this big bulldog like silhouette plaque on my windshield, and I couldn't see it because it was late at night. I literally backed up and I like hit the street light, hit my windshield. I'm like, what is that? And it just let me know like on my way out, like Pelotti's made top dog of John D. Johnson 2023, and I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie,
Nice.
that was probably one of my biggest accomplishments. Like we're not done accomplishing things, but to be at the John D. Johnson show, which is like the foundation of most of our bulldog lines, and to be there to compete and actually do it every single event, and have our line show, hey, we're show ring, we're civil, to know the difference between a man and a threat, and we can do some work, bro. That was top notch right
Yeah,
there.
no, that's legit.
I couldn't be more proud of Pelosi. So I'll be honest with you, bro. Like I love all my dogs. I love all my dogs. Love them all. But there's just something from the day I saw Pelosi, and Dennis can mark my words on this. I said, bro, something special about this bitch, and she's been my key to everything. And what was it like? I was even in a down depressed moment, and I even called Dennis and I said, if it wasn't for Peloti's, bro, yeah, she does. If it wasn't for Peloti's, I wouldn't even want to get up this morning. Like
Yeah.
she just has a way about her, bro. She's a solid, cool, goofy, take no shit dog. But she's the most loving. Like all my dogs are loving, but she's just different, man. There's no words to that.
You
Yeah,
got
man.
any breedings planned with her?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Mm, my fault.
You
I
got
started
that
drinking.
the dirty spray.
Yeah, I got that lean. No,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna
That's
put
what
it
I
up
need.
real quick. No,
That's what I need
I
right
went
now.
old school. I said knee high, boy. That knee high peach. Yeah, man. Can you throw videos up here?
I can.
Um,
Don't be throwing your TikToks on here. I don't want to see you doing
oh,
that.
bro, hey,
Dennis said he got some of those too. That was in the conversation. If you scroll up, you said you need some more accomplishments. You're gonna do a TikTok dances.
hey, I will do so.
I have a question for you guys. If
What now?
I'm out of
Can you
here.
create a line with just outcrossing?
No,
No,
because every time it's gonna be a
like this,
different dog.
everything is gonna be different. It's gonna be so spread out. I mean,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me think about that because hey, what happened to my cousin? I can't say
Oh,
your cousin.
he logged out. He'll be
So
back on.
so the answer, like, there's because you know the phrase dog to dog, frame to frame, pedigree to pedigree.
Yeah.
Hey, he's back.
There you
My
go,
son
man. I
Anuki.
was wondering. I'm like, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me
Nah,
now?
you went way into the deep end,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
but
couldn't hear you.
you couldn't see. It was like the abyss, my boy. We were like, yo, he in the Epstein files.
Hey, chill, bro. Chill.
yeah,
What she
That's
say?
how you feel, bro. Damn, man.
yeah.
Yes, I love the fact you brought up. Yes,
Bro, read it
yeah,
out
it's way
loud.
different. It's way different.
Like,
No, it's way different, and that's still, Justine and Antonio will definitely let you know, like, yo, there's a difference between those type of dogs. But man, but back to can you create one from outcrossing?
Well, Tony, so I asked this question. I asked, can you create your line with just outcrossing?
Mm, why would you want to? I mean, I, I,
yeah.
I, I won't say that you can't, but I think it's going to make it a lot more challenging. You know what I mean?
I mean, and I agree to the same thing.
And at some point, there's gonna have to be a central dog that is if you're doing a bunch of outcrossing, that's kind of like, let's say, a dog like Dax, right?
Yeah.
But even still, you still got to come back to it. So say he breeds Dax to this dog. and then he takes a pup from Dax and this dog and doubles down on him. There's some outcrossing in there, right? But there's still one central dog that is kind of built around. And so I think for me, is it possible? Yeah, but I just don't. I don't see the purpose in that. If it was up to me, I'm in line breeding. That's how I'm going to run. I mean, is it?
I don't. So wait. So here, I want to, because if you're selectively choosing dogs from the outcrop that fit your look, and you're still taking the dog to dog and frame to frame, I think you can still essentially make it. It's possible it may take longer, it may not work,
That's
but
what I'm
yet
saying.
I still think it's possible, because if you're doing dog to dog, frame to frame, and you still got pedigree to pedigree, you're still knocking out 66% of the 33.3% of each equation.
Yeah, but think about it like this.
But the dog to dog and frame to frame has nothing to do with the line. That's just two dogs that look like similar.
That's just the phenome.
Yeah, but that's
but
it's still your life.
Hold on. Romarco made a great point, and I think
I want to see what he said.
This will answer you.
Can create a line technically by tagging your kennel name on it, but it won't be a line known for consistency. Yeah, so it's gonna be like, you produce those dogs.
You produce it.
But
that's different than a bloodline.
That's the difference.
And it sounds funny, but for real, people cheat that shit.
Like, what are you?
My line.
Yeah.
You can have a down line, right, of dogs that you've produced consecutively, but that's different than a bloodline. A bloodline, you see what I'm saying? It has to be some type of connection there. And just real quick, back to what Ernest was saying, you could take type to type with look to look, type to type with unrelated dogs and get somewhat of some consistency. But imagine how much consistency you would get if you took type to type, look to look with related dogs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But like,
it just wouldn't.
But there's
sense.
never. But I'm gonna so with all this said, there's really no true line. Everything. So no, you can make a type of dog, but you don't have a true line. Nothing's in line. There's nothing created to make a line.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a bloodline.
You wouldn't. So it would be a down line. Yeah, you can make a kennel from it. Yeah, but a true line, no, because that line I'm not taking to my line.
You can take kennel at the end of your name.
Put kennel at the end of that. But the kennel.
Make a page
with
the logo and put kennel.
Dennis is loving this question right now.
With that, you know what? I think there's a lot of people that they swear up and down they know dogs. I don't know everything, right? But they swear up and down they know about dogs, and they'll say like, "Oh, we don't do that, right? We don't do line breeding or inbreeding," and then they'll go and say, as long as the dog has these dogs in the pedigree, I'll use it. That's what you're doing. That's line breeding. You're trying to stick to those same dogs. So essentially, it's not an outcross completely all the time, because you're like, oh, this dog and this dog have these dogs. Whether it's 4 generations back or 5, you're using that. That's the line you're trying to go off of, right? You're saying, if I got these dogs, they make it the same. So sorry to break it to you.
We have a comment here from Live Your Life Dogs. And they made a good point. Some people might not see it like that. Like I said, it's different methods of breeding, but I kind of agreed with them.
Have a legit line by the books. You have to have 2 dogs, male and female, then breed them. Keep a daughter, breed back to the father, take a granddaughter from the litter, breed back to the father again.
Yeah.
That's one breeding scheme.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, pretty.
I'll just go leave.
I mean, there's different breeding schemes that you can use.
Correct.
But essentially,
that's pretty different.
No matter how you stir the pot, you're line breeding dogs. You know what I mean? If
Correct.
I take 2 half brothers, I take one male and breed them with 2 different females, and I take a half brother and a half sister and run those together, and then I take that offspring and run it back to grandpa. It don't matter how you stir the stew. It matters what you're putting in the stew. Everything in the stew is related. You know what I mean? Yeah. So line breeding, there's different breeding schemes you can use to.
There's different schemes. There's no wrong or right. It's just depends how you guys do it and stuff. And
And I just want to say this. Leave that right there. I just want to say this. What is it? Live your life, dogs. I
Oh
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah, like what he said.
Yeah, no doubt. Bulldogging, man. Bulldogging. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that you all get together and discuss your programs, even when they may not be the same program. Much respect to breeders that can live to respect each other's goals, even if they're not your own. That's what it's all about. Y'all are the best. Much respect to each one of you. You and these healthy discussions and debate. Hey, thank you. That's great.
Hey,
Thank
That's
you,
hey,
Justin.
exactly. We
hey, thank
appreciate
you,
you.
Justine.
Man, we. Hey, that's exactly
Hey,
why
y'all,
we're here and
yeah,
why we're
right,
doing it.
right.
It's healthy. That's what it's for. And like you said, you could tell it's obvious not everybody does the same exact thing. We don't have the same exact program, but
Yeah,
everybody's, like asking questions, answering, and that's what it's about, right?
it is.
Yeah,
Ain't no room
yeah.
for that
And
other
for
stuff. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
and
Well,
for
and
anybody
too,
that's chimed in,
sometimes
hold on,
some
hold
of
on.
these conver-
For
some of these
anybody that's just
conversations.
chiming in, anybody that's just chiming in, I still gotta give my shout out so y'all know because there wasn't a lot of people here. That is Justine and Antonio. Check them out. Combat Canine. You need some knowledge on your dog. You need to know where to get the best working dog, that's obedient dog. Any problematics with your dog, you need to know anything to get love and loyalty where you can have a connection with your dog. Combat Canine is where you go.
Let's give a round of applause.
Let's go.
But Tony, you got the floor. I just had to do that.
Uh, oh no, I was saying this. These conversations are awesome because it's whether you're like minded or not like minded. Sometimes you have a conversation like much like I was telling Dennis earlier when we spoke last time. You posed a question to me and you said, "Well, Tone, what if you outcrossed everything and created a whole army of different dogs, different relate that you could then bring back and run to that and run to that and run to that." That sat on me a little bit. Like, damn, he may have a point there, and then naturally, my head starts
It
thinking,
starts
well,
going. Yeah.
I can do
Starts
it this way,
going.
I can run it this way. So I think these kind of conversations are healthy and really conducive to everybody having better programs because it makes you kind of think outside of the box. Like I had a plan, I had an idea, but that one little comment, that one little question you asked me, it sat with me a little bit, man. And I just so I mean. I think more people should do this, even if it's not in this setting, man. Just pick the phone up and call your partner, man, and get on the three-way or pull up on your guy and sit around, have a beer, and just talk
That's
dog,
true.
man.
Yeah.
It is. It is because
Have
Have a
you
few
know,
beers. Have 10,
like
15.
with that being said, like Tony, that's what we all started this was to introduce our mindsets because we see a lot of things that are not been done this way anymore when it was done this way before. And for that one question to just sit on Mr. Tony Clay's mind, I think he dropped his phone. Like for that to be sitting on your mind, like, yo, that helps like shows that hey, what we're speaking has true love, has true gravity to what we need to be doing to breed dogs. And Tony, Dennis, good job on throwing that out there because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be better in that breed. You feel
That
me?
is true. It's
Yeah.
true.
And then you have
And
that
like,
going on in the background, right? And you're preparing for because eventually after those line breeds and after the inbreeding, you're gonna have to outcross, right? But if you're already prepping that on the other side and you're like, okay, and then once this is all done, this is a dog I'm gonna take back to for the outcross, right?
the icing
You
on the
know,
cake.
right.
yeah, then that's when you're like the finishing touches, are there, but it's not you can't rush it and it takes a long time and sometimes it's quicker than others depending how much you know, success you have and how quick. For my old created panda from Outcross, ran him to my line Brennan, the hostage, half brother to half sister, same dad. Then ran panda to her grandmother from her dad's side and going running the pups together, locking in
Kind of
both
locking
sides.
in the bottom and the top. Yeah.
Yeah, see bottom top, and then you like some Legos,
Yep.
right? Everything's got to come together.
Puzzle.
On the pet papers, it should say owner, bloodlines, breeder, they can be different people. Yeah, that's true. And you see, the different people in that. Sometimes people leave those out intentionally,
Mm-hmm.
um, right, or accidentally. But that's just where you
Accidentally.
go. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Really double up on the
People
good.
always say when you line breed, you double up on the good, double up on the bad. But when you outcross, bring in the good, you bring in bad.
So true, Martin.
It is.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
that's
it
one of
can be
those things.
good and bad on both sides, man.
Two
Well,
things can
that's
be
why you got
true
to
at the
line
same
breed on
time.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so then you double up on that, and if you know there's less of that chances, yeah, it should be in a controlled setting, right? I don't want for anybody to come on here and be thinking, oh yeah, you could just inbreed and line breed. It's no, it should be precise, right? With the plan, with testing and some investigating and right and looking into Tony Clay's files like he's doing and going into different things and make sure and talk to people and look at other stuff, right? Brothers and sisters of that litter and some great grandpuppies and try to find some people like, hey, I think so and so has a dog by any chance, right? Maybe they could share some
Right.
stuff with you, like some firsthand experience, and it'll make it, it's not 100%, but it's much better, that way. The more information.
Hey, live your life, dogs. Now keep it going.
Keep
It's
talking.
Yeah, don't
you're
ever
on
shut up.
point. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you.
you are on point. Like, yo, you live your life. What's live your life dog's names? Who
I
is
don't
it?
know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, still not your own blood until you have 3 gens on your yard to be legit.
Yeah,
Legit.
they chime in a lot. Who is Hey, live your life. What's your name? What's your kennel
I don't
name?
know. They've never been on here before. Yeah,
No, I want to know who it is. Like,
it should be 3 gens.
oh,
There's Randy, Mr. Outcross. Welcome
ah,
to the chat.
yeah,
Chat.
Mr. Problem Starter over here.
I said, you know what?
You did that on
If
purpose.
you say Outcross 3 times, he will appear. Good evening, sir. What's going on? Yeah, so that's the good part, that's the fun part. Everybody, has, and from experience, right? Because you could say, I'm sure there's people that are going to tell you, oh, from my experience, right? This is what went wrong. This is what went right. And then the opposite, you're going to have people from my experience. This is what went wrong and what went, right. That's just the way it is. But it's good to know both sides. That's the only way you get better.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, would you consider from your F1s would you consider inbreeding those or taking it back to Mohan?
See, that's what I was gonna say. If I was taking it back to my stuff, I would, only because I kind of know what's back there. But the thing is, man, I don't really think, in my experience, man, I haven't really had to go back inbred. I haven't really had to go that tight. I feel like I've always got the consistency, half brother, half sister.
Yeah.
Have I inbred some stuff? I've inbred some stuff, and the only bad experience I had was some back to the mom, and this was some Corso stuff, and it just didn't go my way. But for me, half brother, half sister, aunt to nephew, I think you get consistent enough with those breeding schemes, So, I mean, would I consider it? I would consider it, but I just don't think that I would need to go that tight to get the results I'm trying to get.
I can see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying because it's worked for you.
Yeah.
So, like what you say, it doesn't matter how you certify for the ingredients you add. Yeah. So it works for you. Me personally, like truly 100% personally, I'm gonna say this, and you can use it. You can write it down, take a picture. I don't give a. I would inbreed it. I would inbreed it. I really would.
But I think people that go that tight, and I get it because my mind works like that too. But it's like I have to know. Like,
okay, so
looking at these two dogs and it starts itching you, like, damn, man.
Yeah, and so you gonna do it. You gonna do it, but here's the thing. Here's what I would do. Like for me, reason why, because we're trying to keep everything as tight as possible and try to keep it as long as possible. So I would, if I can get my two that have the best Mohan features, genetics, or whatever, best male, best female, I would inbreed them. Find then once if it locks in and it pops 100% that big giant gorilla Mohan or whatever, bro, I'd keep that stud and I'd collect that stud and I'd put them on ice.
So
because if you have it double.
Check this out. So that's one breeding screen, right? Now keep in mind though, all right, I took Mohan to Elsa, and then I took Mohan's littermate sister's son to Gigi. So when we're talking pedigree wise, it's essentially, you see what I'm saying? It's only
Bricks is removed, one generation removed from Mohan's pedigree.
You see what I'm saying? With the outcross in there, but it's still one generation removed. So for me, that's close enough. I think that it'll land where I need it to land. The only one that
but
really
let's think about this though.
inbreeding. There is one.
Let's think about this though.
Go ahead.
If you do the inbreeding, you put it on ice. That way you have it. And let's say you get generations, 5, 6 generations down the line. You're like, dang, I'm losing that.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do then?
Figure it out then, I suppose.
That's. I mean, I wouldn't want to figure it out. I want to already have it figured out online. Like,
you also got to think.
But that would be a different breedings. That's like later down. You could just that wouldn't be part of the inbreeding or line breeding till later, right? You would just have. That's why it's good to have those. You know, you would have those on ice for that. So when you want to bring it back, because you're gonna do the outcrosses, right? So what happened to all the thick bone, fathead bulldogs? Where that was a bone, it all disappeared because y'all too cheap to use outside studs. Oh, here we go. He's too rich.
Yeah, here we go. We can talk about the rich man. If you want the best dog outcrossing.
So, but it also depends on what's back there, because you got to think. Like I said, Mohan's already tight. So Mohan's dad is Lazarus. His mom, Mohan's grandmothers on both sides were litter mates.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So it's already tight. So litter mates back there. Then obviously Brick's mom, the same thing back there. So for me, it just, I just don't think I would want to go that tight. Now, would I take a pup off of this Mo Elsa to a pup off of GG Bricks? Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. That's really the plan. The only dog that I've ever really considered inbreeding is I got an Uno daughter bred to some of Christian Gina stuff named Olive Branch. I just had a litter with her off of Mohan. And I'm very, very strongly considering using some of my frozen Uno semen on her next breed. I never inbred Uno. I never inbred him while he was here. I'm very strongly considering doing it with her though. But outside of that, I don't think that I've ever really had that thought. Inbred dogs make the ABs look like pits, thunderbites.
Oh, he wants the English.
Yeah,
he look like English.
Randy, I love you, my boy. I love you.
I love Randy.
I don't know if I know Randy.
Yeah.
Speak his mind.
Oh yeah. Randy gonna say what he want to say when he want to say it, how he want to say it. Nice.
Yeah, that's why we love him.
Randy, that's why we love him. Like, he's the high hand of the crew.
We love those kind of people.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, I see what he's saying, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't believe that a lot of inbreeding has ruined what the dogs were. But type and everything, I think the lack of picking type, lack of breeding for type, and all for this, I'm just gonna speak my opinion. I think a lot of the picking for colors, we lost the vision of the dog. I'm not saying colors ruined the dog. I'm saying picking for color has ruined the dog. Has ruined what we had as far as type. And I truly believe that a lot of people getting into this as pet home breeders. Not saying all pet home breeders, but just some of them, they pick for the cuteness and stuff like that, and they breed that instead of picking for the type.
Well, a lot of people don't breed for consistency either, man. Like,
true.
A lot of people just want to breed perfect dogs and, then take those perfect dogs and breed. Like most breeders aren't really trying to build a program. They're not trying to go 10 generations. You know what I mean? They're going to breed to the hot dog. They're going to breed to this dog.
Yeah.
They're not. A lot of breeders don't breed for consistency anymore, man.
And that's too. I see that mess up a lot of where people will just get like a, cheap, bitch, right, from somebody, American Bulldog, and then they're gonna go spring money for the stud, right? Yeah. They're gonna think like, oh, I spent all this money on this stud, imported semen, and the female's fucking trash. Right? It's like that's not gonna do. It's not gonna do anything, right? And then you're like, oh, then people like see the stud behind them. I'm like, oh yeah, that dog is a daughter of so and so. Like the dog doesn't look good, and it's not a good representation of the stud. But then they use it again, right? And then the stud fee gets shorter. It's like, hey, yeah, he still paid. It gets smaller, but it was never good to begin with, right? Because now it's just a son of, and it wasn't even a good son, right? So I think that happens too, but. It's we get into that, the hybriding, but I think it's important for all of that. I don't think you could breed either way 100% and it'll fix anything, right? That's why you need those certain things. Yeah, certain things mess it up, certain things get it, better. But yeah, outcrossing is good, when you need to introduce stuff or fix stuff, right? Or change it up. But then you need the line breeds to, bring stuff back in because you're going to go so far. And then especially if you're like, hey, nobody's producing dogs like this anymore. Well, how are you going to get it if you don't use any of those dogs that were still back there? You got to bring it back to the front. And that's how it happens. That's why when people do frozen semen, it's good, right? Because then you could use that dog. Hey, there's nothing even around there. So now it could be an outcross again because technically it's 8 gens back, 4, 6. It's like, hey, we need that. It's not really,
That's what kind of why I'm telling Tony Clay to do the inbreeding and then put that on ice.
Yeah, no, it's so close already, man. You know what? But see, I'm a step guy, right?
He gonna do it. He gonna do it. No, I'm
gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a pup off of each of these breeders and run it and see how it hit. Now, if that hit good, then I know that gives me a little more room. I can go a little. Then at that point, then I think, okay, I've bred Uno every way possible. You know what I mean? But I never bred him back. I never inbred him. But knowing what that Uno stuff does, I know I can run it like that. Whereas Mo, he already close. You know what I mean? And like I say, most of the reason for me adding all of this height is I want to bring the dogs up. So to double up on Mohan, does that give me what I'm trying to accomplish? You know what I mean?
Not like that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that question because
he's hiding from you, Sykes.
Did it cut me out?
Yeah,
you're not on the screen. We can see you. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, he said you felt like you were looking at him funny.
I'm gonna go out and come back.
All right, be right here.
I never picked a prettier.
Sadly, they never my first pick or second pick until this litter. Yeah, see
No, I'm not saying like all color dogs are bad. Like,
you see me now?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now we don't. People breed for looks when it comes to bullies. Not work, not temp, just what they think will look good to make money. At least 80% of the bully breeders.
I agree with him. I mean,
bullies,
I mean, it comes to like, even when it comes to oldies, it comes to Americans. You know what I mean? I agree with him. A lot of people are just breeding for the look and not for the dog.
And that's gonna be with a lot of stuff, though. In any,
what stick to me, Tone, what you said last time too on the last podcast that we had you, and Bruce Willis said it from Still Curtin. Hey, line breeder to his breaks.
Yeah. It's a hell of a thought process, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell of a thought.
That got me moving too. I was like, all right.
Yeah. And then when it break, you bring something in to fix it, and then go on about your day.
There you go.
And you don't gotta go. You don't gotta go too far, right? Because you already know the last one.
Break may mean something different to this person than it does to this person. Some people may take that statement and say breed until a break. Break may mean until I'm getting health issues or I'm getting a bunch of faults. To me, breed until it breaks is.
We lost him. Man down.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna put a comment up here. Let's not all jump in there. Let's do.
Wait.
We're gonna put the comment. Then is gonna answer. He's gonna read it and answer it first.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we see you, Tom.
Yeah. Dennis, all right, what's the comment? What's the comment?
Tom, I'm gonna put a comment up here.
All right.
Let's not all jump in at the same time. We'll take turns to answer it, and we'll go from there.
Dennis going first.
Go ahead, Gam. You can read it.
Why do y'all think line breeding and inbreeding is better than outcrossing or scatter breeding? Well, the word scattered has never really been a good word. Me personally, that's why it's scattered. So you're not sure what, you could get a plethora of things, right? And you're not sure, you don't know how they're going to look when they come together. You don't know what's going to happen. And there might not be no consistency. Sure. Yes. You're going to go ahead and, clock it right here. You're going to get dogs that do look nice. You're going to get, things that do work, but it's going to be probably not very little. And it's going to be a gamble, right? And you're not going to know. And then if you want to go further than that, right? If you plan on breeding, not just having pets, you're again, you're not going to know exactly what's going on. But I think the line breeding and inbreeding is better for me, my personal opinion, because you could kind of count on some things, to be there or to not be there. And you could go in the direction and more kind of put stuff together how you want. Like, hey, this is why I'm doing this because I know it's going to go this way. Maybe not 100%, but there's a better, chance of it for the consistency for me, anyways.
Well, you're right on that. When you say the word scattered, let's think about it. It is all over the place. So if I'm taking an outcross, if I'm going to do a scattered pedigree of a dog, anytime I breed it, there's every puppy is going to be scattered and all over the place. I don't have anything to be consistent. So it's like if you take a bucket full of like 100 different colors and you reach in there and you're trying to get the same colors, you're not going to get the same thing. So when I line breed and I inbreed it, I'm doubling up on traits and things that I know that are going to make things consistent. So as I'm breeding, I don't have to worry about the possibility of having not having what I want to get in the future. So I would always take a line breed. I would always take an inbreed. I will do an outcross. But the only way I'm going to do an outcross is if I got a line bred dog and a line bred dog. I'm not going to do an outcross with scatterbred into a scatterbred because that's even more scattered than anything.
Yeah. I think can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you answer you.
Okay. I think everybody's answer is essentially going to be the same. The consistency of it.
Yeah.
Not only the consistency of the pups that are dropping off that particular litter, but then I want those dogs to produce consistent as well. You know what I mean? If I have a dog and she has 10 pups, it's a numbers game for me. If I get 7 out of 10 that are where I want them to be, that's awesome. But my goal is to get 10 out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's just and again, I'll take it back to what I've said a few times. It's really what that breeder's goal is. Some people aren't putting things together for 2-3 generations out. Some people are just putting together. They want to produce one dog that they can then take in the show or that will excel in whatever. But I think if you're in this thing for any type of longevity and you think ahead, you're thinking of the next generation. I mean, line breeding is just what it is for me, man. It's just, it's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and it's not that one thing or the other is better.
Yeah.
It's like Tony said, what's the goal, the end goal you want to do,
Right.
and when they scatter, you know, nothing is good in life when they scatter.
You hear me?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like you never put food on your plate and have it all over the place. I know you may not want
Exactly.
something touched,
Yeah.
but it's still in one spot. Like, yeah, no.
Are you one of those guys, Ernest? You don't like your food to touch?
No, I'm just saying. This is just
Oh,
people. This people don't. Oh no, 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 no,
I
no, no,
got a
no.
cousin, man. He can't
Oh
stand that.
no.
He can't
And it's
stand
funny that people don't do that because I'm like, bro, when you eat and chew it, it's all gonna mix together. I'm
it.
watching people like, yo, like you don't do that. Yeah, no, no, no. I
Ernest
don't
needs a
care if my
place
food.
with the dividers. He needs a place with the dividers.
Like, don't start that. I'm like, hey, I
Scatter
ain't
breeding
gotta.
is made up term to downplay breeding correctly. Wolves are scatterbred.
No, not really.
But
Wolves are
Not
goats are
really.
one of the
scatterbred.
tightly inbred animals out
How?
there.
Where do they don't get wolves from somewhere else? They're the same
Don't
wolves.
wolves live in packs?
Wolf packs hate
Yeah,
each
wolves
other.
in their
They won't
pack.
Yeah,
mingle.
Wolfpacks hate
Yeah.
each other. They're not gonna cross out like that.
Yep.
So not only are they probably not scatterbred, some of them are probably inbred
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and line bred.
But
And
Yeah.
but you do know. But wait, but you do know a wolf's daughter will not let the dad breed her,
Oh, the facts.
I never
Yeah.
knew
right?
that.
I don't have wolves
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, I never. There you go, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it takes us back to, like that's a bunch of stuff. But then too, like you're never in that situation. Yeah, that's controlled, right? So there's like certain elements in nature, and it should be 100% like untouched or unmessed with. Here, where everybody's manipulating stuff, it's important to, do that. If you're gonna manipulate things, at least do it in a proper way to bring stuff, back and forth, um, to keep it consistent.
Yeah. Here,
Hey,
Tess
so here
from
we.
YouTube
Hold on,
had a
wait.
comment.
Oh, what about?
What about just breeding? Best example of breed to best example, wouldn't that give you better results instead of stopping genetic flow.
So
They're gonna
that kind of
flow
goes back to
regardless.
what we were saying. That's still going to the dog, frame to frame, but not putting pedigree to pedigree. Because yeah, you can do the best example and the best look of the dog, but are the genes there?
Yep.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna get back to that too. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna get
Yep.
to that too.
Okay. Okay.
so so you gotta still lock up the pedigree. Because yeah, you can take the two dogs that look alike, or they might be the best examples of the breed or your choice or whatever. But if you're not locking up the genetics, you're not locking in consistency for the now and then the later. So,
Now
uh,
later.
you, huh?
I'm saying that was a good point. The now and the later.
Yep.
Yeah, like you gotta start like, yo, where do I start now, so I can do things later. So listen, um, so the answer he said, what did he say? Can we bring back Randy Pam's comment? So scatterbreeding is made up term to downplay breeding correctly. Wolves are scatterbred. Actually, I said, do wolves inbreed? Yes, wolves do inbreed, especially in isolated populations when the pack structure shifts, often with younger wolf mates and surviving parents. So if the parents are surviving and they're needing to keep that wolf pack and that trait together, they inbreed, my boy.
Yeah, and those wolves have been for hundreds of years. These breeds haven't been around
I'm not.
that long. You know, coyotes are scatterbred and they ain't got the problems domestic dogs have. I don't know. I
Those
don't have any.
motherfuckers inbreed too.
I don't take
Travis,
them to the
like
vet. I
all
wouldn't
animals,
know.
like literally all animals will end up inbreeding. It doesn't matter because okay. So I think they know that what we are, we must keep. We
Correct.
must hold. We must keep. And like, how you think they keep producing kings of the jungle, my boy? Like they have to keep that trait alive. And it's
Yeah,
the same thing with the wolves. If there's a dying, there's a shift in order, hey, we have to make sure that that trait, that strength, and that pack leader still remains with us. So
Hey,
that's the
and
and
same thing
it,
while we
see, and
breed.
the weakest link, Mother Earth takes care of it.
Take
Us
care of
yes,
as
that.
human, we
and
select. So you
Yeah,
push
we
the other
select.
one to the side. Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
wild
Yeah.
too, they have to compete for females. So only the better male is gonna win, right? They're
Yeah.
gonna fight. There's one female, two males. They're gonna fight. Whoever wins gets a female, right? And the females are gonna pick. They're gonna make you guys pick. Like, okay, these are the ones we want. They're not gonna just pick any. Us, we get a dog. It could be whack or ugly. Then we're gonna put them together and then they breed. They don't. If they don't like it, doesn't matter, right? But in nature, they don't. They don't pick like that because they need to pick for function, right? They know, like, hey, this guy's gonna protect me. This wolf is gonna be able to, have babies. Is gonna get us food. They don't want no sucker wolves, right? So it's
but with
the
you saying
finish.
that, with
It's the battle of the. It's a real thing. It's
so
not just any
what
wolf. There's
you
a thing.
Survival of the
you
fit.
just said something, Gam. You just said something where here we don't do that. We don't pick for the more dominant traits and this, that, and third. We need to. And that's the thing. Like we really need to pick for those dominant traits and more dominant dog and everything that we need to make
No,
our
no, no.
program.
What I'm saying is that we we have the ability to, right? You
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah.
for whatever, but in nature that doesn't happen, and it's not about looks. It's not about the traits of who looks
Yeah, yeah,
better,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not who's gonna be
That's
better
for
in the show.
survival.
Yeah, it's gonna be survival. Which male is better for survival? Which
I
female is
think
gonna
that
be
should be
better
the
for this, right?
and you
Survival of
see
the
already know where
fittest.
my mind's going.
Yeah. So
It's
here's
survival, my boy.
a
So I'm gonna
message,
be
and
picking the best ones out there. I'm out to survive in this game.
hey,
Yeah.
you guys
Hey,
decide whether this is true or not. And this is a YouTube message.
But everybody know that a scatter dog is better than a full-blooded dog because of genetic variation. Genetic variation, like better
But
at
with a
what
scatter
though?
dog is see now
I
you're breeding maybe different types, so you have hybrid vigor. So maybe that's what
that's
she's referring. But
that's
you
is
cannot
it,
you cannot
Buzzword. Bing, 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 bing.
but again, that depends on what
may I may
I
I
don't I know. You keep your hybrid vigor. I want some line bred consistency.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Keep the hybrid vigor.
So
And you won't be able to replicate hybrid vigor again. It's only a one-time fluke thing.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna chime in on that. I'm gonna say no, it ain't because I have that 3-time outcross production that I have right now, and I have 2 out of it I love. And I literally told Dennis the other day, I'm happy because I'm making my decision to go where I need to go. Am I unhappy because they not completely where I want them to be? Yeah. But I love them still the same because it's mine. But all that scatteredness in it, I didn't get everything I wanted. So I'm gonna have to come back and line breed, come back and go back to do back breeding. And I'm gonna do inbreeding. Because without it, man, you can say a scattered dog is the better dog all you want to, but a better for me, if once I lock in traits, lock in looks, lock in genetic, for me, that's better. You can hybrid vigor from scatter. But
Yeah, that's
That
what
is
that's
true.
what we were
Yeah,
saying.
but
The
see, you will
hybrid
never
vigor.
get that consistency. That's why
you'll
you're
never
Yeah,
get
all those
consistency.
puppies will look different. You
yeah,
might have
Yeah.
one that looks good, and that's the hybrid vigor, and then the other ones you'll be like, man, are they
You
from
don't
the
want to
same
show
parents?
nobody.
And that's where like I'm at. I got hybrid vigor in 2, but the rest is like,
yeah, and not that one part is
and that's
better.
3 I like, to be honest with you.
It depends for for the plan. What are you trying to do? And
Exactly.
and I could see where when it comes to like in the same way people could say, oh, then it's going to you're going line breeding because you're cheaping out. But if you're going to outcross it, sometimes I can see how that's cheaping out too, because then people are like, oh, I have this dog mixed with this dog. Oh, it's because it's this. But like, is it really? I don't know, right? And I'm gonna do another plan. It just depends on how you do it and what is your end goal, because not everybody's goal is the same, right? I think there's a lot of dogs that look or do like a certain job, but they don't look tight, they don't look impressive, right? There's no like big head, big sub, because that's not what they're doing. And then it's like, okay, some people are gonna say, oh, this is what I love, I want the big giant 160-pound dog. And then somebody's gonna look at them and be like, what the hell are we gonna do with that? I need I need 100-pound dog that could climb a tree.
Yeah, and a
Right.
scatterbred dog too. Like that person is saying that is better. No, I don't want to say no, but let's, for example, a band dog. It's a scatterbred dog all over, different breeds in there. But for the purpose that they're gonna use the dog, it might be a great dog. It's a better dog for that job or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
And but
you can still get that from the breed consistency
I
if you're breeding
agree.
for the
yeah,
if you're breeding that for that type.
because at the end of the day, this is where I think everybody kind of maybe gets confused. At the end of the day, it still does. You would still outcross. No one's saying only never do an outcross ever in your life, only line breed. No, you still need that. At least for me, in my opinion, right? You're
Yeah,
still
you
going to
still
do that.
need that.
Either
But
you
I'm not gonna
started,
outcross.
either you
But I'm not
started
gonna
with it,
outcross to a
are
scatterbred dog.
you're gonna start it with it, or you're gonna end with it, right? Or you're gonna do it something middle. No, not all people inbreed all the time. Just have to have good dogs over and over again. Also, 2 games dogs breed. You better believe I'll bring a daughter back to the father. Yeah, so that's what it is. Everybody, um, everybody, does it in their own way, but I think it's good for both, especially the way the breed is in now, where people are bringing in a lot of different breeds of dogs to this one breed, right? And there's all the stuff that was in there before that nobody talks about, and then all the stuff that's coming in now, right? So it's gonna be good in a few years when you're like, damn, I need some solid, line bred dogs, right? Hey, we did a lot of outcross here. Why does this dog look like this? How do we bring that out?
See, but now we have the tools though in dogs and stuff to really catch any defects before you even breed. We could DNA them, and hey, you don't want to put 2 dogs that got bad genetics in there and create worse stuff.
Yeah.
So
Some
that's a
people
tool you
would
guys could use. Yeah.
because it looks cool.
I mean, yeah, some people would. I mean, there's a lot of things a lot of people would do, which
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
confuses
Did
me.
they do? But
But like, I get where this person, I don't know, he or her, like where their thought process are and everything else like that. But man,
A test. It's all good.
Now you guys know that I'm just trolling.
hey,
love those.
You're giving us something to talk about. So you troll away, my boy.
No, that's good. It's all good.
Yeah. Because your trolling is there helping us educate the masses, and you're asking good questions. I ain't got a problem with it. Like ask away. Like that's just what this whole thing is about. So we can discuss any and everything that you want to talk about. So keep asking. Ain't got a problem with
it.
Yeah. There's a comment right here that said, don't downplay hybrid vigor explosion off the gene pool, Joe Rita. Yeah, I can see where that could happen.
I'm not downplaying hybrid vigor because I love the hybrid vigor.
It's a good thing to have.
We're just saying that you could have two things, and two things can be true. Because if you keep going too far away from it, right, then there's just too many explosions, right? But you get all those every so often, those good ones, and boom, and then you know something's good, and then you want it again. You're gonna go where it's at.
Acknowledge that at some point, you need an outcross, man.
Definitely.
100%. That's 100%. Clip that part.
Yeah, no doubt. It's necessary.
Clip that part.
Because I feel like that's the thing. Everybody no one ever said that outcrosses were the devil. No one ever said, that was just say that's something you do. You could do more than one thing in your program to make it work, right? Especially when you're dealing with different lines and you guys have different breeds too, right? Definitely. It's got to be both of it to work out good.
And then too, I think it also depends. So if I'm a Dobie guy or say I'm a Malinois guy, I'm at some point I'm breeding on workability. I'm not necessarily, do I want the dogs to look nice? Is that part of the thought process? Yeah, but okay, this dog's dad had a title, it worked its ass off. This dog's, you know what I mean? When you're running your Boro Bull, your South
African Bulldog.
Yeah, when you run that back, you're going to be thinking, you're not necessarily thinking about the gene pool and how they're going to look. Yeah, that you want them to look, but what's the workability? So again, man, a lot of this conversation is subjective because it really comes down to what your intention is. Like, what are you? But I think in this conversation, the people that I'm speaking to, bulldogging, I'm trying to put together a particular look that is going to consistently put together that look until I decide I want to outcross and change the look.
Yeah.
So the only way to do that is to line breed it, and then when you want to bring something else in, you bring it in. If doing all this line breeding, there's gonna be something. I'm gonna pick a dog. That's gonna be my pick. There's gonna be something on that dog I want to fix, and then I'm gonna fix that, and then there's gonna be something on that dog I want to fix. So it's never a perfect puzzle, man. You're always trying to. But for me, that's the best way it's worked for me to build the puzzle. So.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I get where Tony's at. So
there's
I don't ever discuss what I'm doing with you never hear what I'm doing. So I chase it all at the same time. I'm looking for my workability and I'm looking for my type I'm creating. I need the overall dog.
On both sides of the fence, some people
I play on both sides. I only one without the other.
Dogs. I don't give a shit about. They don't care about no AKC paper. You know what I mean? So as an example to say it depends on your intention. Someone who's only trying to make a man stopper, a dog that's just they're not. I don't care how this dog's turn to stifle is. What was it? What did his dad get busy? Did his mom get busy?
Yeah.
And I only was referencing that to say it depends on your intention. What are you trying to accomplish? You know what I mean? So
so I was just doing that I'm accomplishing all of it. I want it all, brand new socks and drawers, my boy. If I do, I gotta get it all. If I can't go for it all, don't go for nothing. And that's the thing, I gotta do it all. Me and Dennis, we've had to go back and forth, and we had a hell of a conversation of what to breed and what to do next because maybe sometimes I got my map and I got my plan, but sometimes you need your homie, kind of like what he did with you the other day. Bing, he threw something in my head. I'm like, maybe you're right, boy. Maybe I got to do that instead of doing this, and maybe that's not the one. Maybe I got to mix this up. So, I mean, you do, I love that we can sit here and have these conversations amongst us and in the public. And at the same time, like Tony said, you need to call your mans up sometimes. Sit and have a beer, just have a conversation. Let me really talk to you about these dogs. And I'm gonna tell you, if you got a homeboy in your corner that's always a yes man that agrees with you 24/7, get rid of that dude. Because if he ain't throwing no input on what you need to do and not really looking at like, all right, cool, I see what you want to do, but I don't think that one's gonna work because people won't really like speak up for nothing like that. So never have yes men in your corner, and that's one thing I love about these two right here. Ain't no yes man there, ain't none. And the same thing with me. You definitely don't get a yes man from me. So man, you got people helping you breed the dog.
Let's go to the moon with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dead ass, bro. That's exactly it. Like, we got a plan. Like for us three and what we doing, bro, we got a plan. Do you think selection is better than pedigree? I mean, when you're doing the breeding, you're putting pedigree together, but then the selection of what your dog is from the pedigree you built.
I think
come on.
I he's trying to say is picking off type. I don't really understand that question because somebody kind of
me neither. Like,
yeah, I think maybe if you did it all right, maybe if you picked the wrong puppy, right? And I think it could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
yeah.
You sell that one dog, it turns out, and you like, damn, you know.
Yeah. Like I kept the wrong one.
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody's been there where they're like, damn, that's the one I kept, the one I should have sold.
Yeah, right. And I agree with Foreign here. They go hand in hand. You got to be breeding the dog from the pedigree and the type, and then you got to select the right one from what you produce. So, I agree with you, Foreign. It goes hand in hand, bro.
When you're line breeding, and you're consistently producing things, and you know what's going to turn into what. It's
right.
Like line breeding, because after I've done 2 or 3 generations, I know what that pup's going to be. When I saw as a pup, I knew what that dog was going to look like. You know, when I seen Bricks, I knew what, you know what I'm saying? Even with the outcross. Yeah. That's another reason you guys are asking why I prefer line breeding over other breeding schemes, because I can it gives me a little bit of a crystal ball sometimes. You know what I mean? So throw that out there. Yeah.
Oh, you sound like you got a dog been problematic back
there. Yeah, man, this dude he just chew on everything, man. Like he chew on air if it was nothing else around. Yeah.
No. So he said. So what I mean is, let's say you have a dog that don't look good, has a great pedigree versus the dog that looks good with a bad pedigree. Okay. Depending on that's a.
It depends what your plan is for that. You want a tight looking pet, or you're like, hey, I want to move forward. You know, that's gonna be just because you have 2 dogs from one line doesn't mean they will produce good dogs. You have to pair correctly. Yeah. But
like, hold on, I'm still stuck on that last one.
He already told you he was trolling.
But it's a process.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what is your plan at the end of the day? It's your end game.
Well, yeah, exactly. What's your goal?
What's your goal? Yeah, because
the dog could look good, but if the pedigree's again scattered,
you're gonna not get what you
want
need.
that dog just because it looks good, or you're planning on breeding them and create something from there. But
and then it matters what you're gonna do with the next one. Yeah. All right, fellas.
This one has been a good one, guys.
It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah. It was a good one. Tony, appreciate you, man. It's nice having you here.
Right on.
Yeah, for sure.
Man. Hey, Tony, hold on before you jump off here. When you went all the way to the Epstein files, did you find out if your dog kill the machines in the pedigree?
You're a fool, bro. So I couldn't find Elsa's. I do have Elsa's in my messages. I'll send it over to you. But Gigi's didn't have it. She has
send me that.
She has Capone. She has OVB's Bullet. OVB's Blue Misty Blue. SABK's Angus. Some Steel Curtain in there. Actually,
because
I misspoke. She is line bred.
Yes,
sir. In my defense, I did say, well, I don't like the rest of his pedigrees. I don't know, but I'm about to tell you. Damn, that's what's up. That's even better.
Imagine if he was just punching the air right now.
You know, it was like this is one conversation.
Just got real.
Yes, it got real.
It got real. So look, her mom and dad were all shadows. Stranger Shadow is the dam on both sides. So she's line bred on Stranger Shadow. Damn, okay. Yeah, it just got real.
Hey, Tony.
Bro.
They grow
Hey, Tony, do me a favor. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Do me a solid. Send me a picture of that pedigree. We gonna chit chat in the morning, my boy.
I'm
y'all
gonna
already know what's happening over here. Y'all already know.
I got you. I appreciate you guys bringing me back on, man. It's always good time.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, and just before I go, man, don't forget, IOEBA has a ton of amazing shows coming up. My guy Sykes down in Arkansas has one coming up February. I have next year. I have one coming up March in Canton, Ohio, and Hat Creek has one coming up down in Texas. I want to say April, and I believe the Hat Creek show is going to have Mike Hale from Bull Force down there, and I do know they also have a national show coming up. So just real quick, I just want to do a shameless plug. Keep a lookout for those shows coming. They coming, man, and we definitely going to need some support, man, to keep this thing going, man. So right on.
No, for sure, Tony. Yeah, we're going to try to make most of them.
Yeah,
let's try to make something happen. We appreciate you. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man, mad love. Appreciate it, man. Great episode, great man.
Hey, man, anytime, man. You guys want me to come back, man? I enjoy this stuff, man. I couldn't do a couple, just the holidays got ahead of me, but anytime you guys want to bring me back on, man, I thoroughly enjoy having these conversations, man.
Oh, we definitely will once that little drops.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Say less.
All right.
Let's go.
All right,
Y'all have a good night, man. Peace out.
Hey,
no doubt.
All right, man.